Chapter 78. Breaking the Trap. The three fairies made from Laozi's energy were not real and could not last long. Though they encircled the Grand Master of Heaven, they could not hurt him. As the energy outside his body was about to disperse, Laozi began to sing, and suddenly the three Taoists disappeared with the ringing of bells. Distracted by the strange development, the Grand Master of Heaven received 3 blows from Laozi's walking stick. Multi-Precious rushed over from the 8-diagram terrace with a shout, but Laozi took him with his wind and fire straw cushion and ordered his yellow-scarved genii to put him in the peach garden to be dealt with later. Laozi returned to the pavilion and was met there by the immortals. He sat down to rest with Heavenly Primogenitor. "What happened to you in the trap, brother?" Heavenly Primogenitor asked. "Though that evil trap can't be broken at once, I gave him 2 or 3 strokes with my walking stick. And I took Multi-Precious with my wind and fire straw cushion. He's being kept on Mount Shandu." Laozi replied with a smile. "There are 4 gates in the trap. We need 4 powerful immortals to break them." Heavenly Primogenitor said, "You and I can break 2 gates, but none of our disciples are strong enough to handle those swords hung in the trap." Just then it was reported that Candy from the western region had arrived. The 2 immortals went out to welcome their esteemed visitor. Laozi spoke first. "Brother, your honorable visit must have some aim. We welcome you and thank you for your arrival at the right time. It must be destined by heaven." Laozi said with a smile. "I speak the truth, brothers. Our Westland is a paradise of peace where flowers bloom and people come happily. I've come east and south before, looking for those predestined to join us, but to my disappointment, I've not found anyone. Recently I've seen red light here, and so I've ventured to come again. I hope I may have the opportunity to meet the disciples of Jia Taoism." Candy replied, "Your honorable arrival today coincides with the phenomena in the sky." Laozi said happily, "The 4 precious swords hanging in this trap were all around before the beginning of time. I wonder how the Jia sect got them." Candy asked, "There was once a hidden crag where miraculous weapons and other precious articles were kept. When our master divided the treasures to subdue demons and monsters, these 4 swords were bestowed on the Grand Master of Heaven. It was predicted at that time that he would use them to trouble us. Brother, you've come at the right time, but we still need one more person to break this evil trap." Laozi said, "If that be so, let me invite the religious leader of the Western region to join us. The 3 religions will be united on one front to break the trap, to distinguish right from wrong, jade from stone." Candy said sincerely. Laozi was pleased at this new development. Candy bade them farewell and left to invite Buddha, the religious leader of the Western region. When the 2 returned, Laozi, Heavenly Primogenitor, and all the disciples went out to meet them. Laozi and Heavenly Primogenitor escorted the 2 Buddhas inside. When they were seated, Laozi began. "We're sorry that we must trouble you to join us in a united front, but we've been destined to face this calamity together. I've come hoping to find those who are to join us later. This must have been decided by fate too." Buddha said. Then Heavenly Primogenitor told Jade Tripod, Heavenly Master of Divine Virtue, Grand Completion, and Pure Essence to stretch out one of their arms. He stamped a spell on each palm and ordered, "As soon as you see flames in the sky and hear thunder within the trap, all of you are to rush to the gates and take down 1 sword each. You must then wait for my next order." Heavenly Primogenitor then ordered Burning Lamp. "You are to wait in the air above the trap tomorrow. If you see the Grand Master of Heaven, you may surprise him with the sea-conquering pearls." At dawn the next day, the immortals arrayed themselves in a line, and the 4 religious leaders rushed up to the trap, shouting, "Let the Grand Master of Heaven know we are coming to break this evil trap now." The Grand Master of Heaven appeared with his disciples to meet the 4 religious leaders. "You too should be happy to live peacefully in your western region. Why do you come here? The Grand Master of Heaven asked the two Buddhas. We've come to look for those predestined to have close relations with us. There are many heroic and highly talented gods in this Eastland who we welcome as fellow disciples. Kanti replied, You have your west, and we have our east. The two of us are like fire and water which can never exist in the same place at the same time. Why have you come here to make trouble for yourselves? You said you were born from lotus flowers, so pure, quiet, and idle. But you don't know what I am. I was born at the beginning of time, and have lived through numerous natural disasters. I am familiar with the changes of the five essences. The Grand Master of Heaven stated, Dear brother, you need not brag so. An understanding of the way can hardly be expressed by words. We four have come to ask you to break this trap peacefully with your own hands. What do you think? Kanti suggested. As long as you're all here, let's see who can come out on top. Retorted the Grand Master of Heaven, who quickly ducked back into the trap. Brothers, let us each take one of the gates and attack at the same time. Heavenly Primogenitor said. TLL attack from the south at the fairy slaying gate. Buddha volunteered. TLL attack from the west at the fairy entrapping gate. Said Laozi. I'll attack from the north through the fairy exterminating gate. Said Kanti. And I'll attack from the east at the fairy slaughtering gate. Heavenly Primogenitor said. As Heavenly Primogenitor rode on his nondescript horse towards the fairy slaughtering gate, the Grand Master of Heaven shook the fairy slaughtering sword with a great clap of thunder from the 8 diagram. Terrace. But an auspicious cloud protected the immortal's head with flowers, jade necklaces, and precious pearls. Heavenly Primogenitor was able to pass through the gate and enter the fairy slaughtering court. When Buddha approached the fairy slaying gate and met the same sort of onslaught, he released 3 Buddhist relics from the top of his head, nailing the sword to the wall above. He then entered and waited inside the fairy slaying court. Laozi used his exquisite gold pagoda to hold off the attack at the fairy entrapping gate, rendering the sword powerless in the air above his head. He entered the gate with ease and stopped and waited before the fairy entrapping court. When Kanti was attacked in the same way, he lifted his branch to stop the sword with 1,000 green lotus flowers. He also entered through the gate and waited in the fairy exterminating court. When they were all inside the trap, Laozi challenged the Grand Master of Heaven. What will you do with us now, brother? We are all here before you. Laozi sent a crash of lightning across the field, and a yellow fog spread everywhere, covering up the trap completely. When the Grand Master of Heaven attacked, Buddha waved his dust whisk, and lotus flowers of various colors stopped his sword. Heavenly Primogenitor then charged in with his jade S-shaped weapon and Laozi with his walking stick. In the meantime, Kanti gave himself a shake and shouted, Come on, quick! In a wink, a peacock king appeared in the air. Kanti then transformed himself into a figure with 24 heads and 18 arms, holding a jade necklace, a bundle of flowers, a sword, a gold bow, a silver halberd, a godly club, a precious phial, a gold bottle, and many other precious objects. They all surrounded the Grand Master of Heaven in a fighting circle. Soon Laozi hit the Grand Master of Heaven on his back, knocking out his true Samadhi fire. As Heavenly Primogenitor threw up his jade-shaped weapon, the Grand Master of Heaven hurriedly resisted with his sword, but he was unexpectedly hit by Kanti's miraculous club. Seriously wounded, he fell off his fairy ox. He flew up into the air in an attempt to escape, but Burning Lamp, who was waiting for him in the sky, hit him with the sea-conquering pearls. He fell to the ground again. When thunder roared throughout the trap, the 4 immortals with spells stamped on their palms ran inside to dismantle the swords. Grand Completion took the fairy slaughtering sword, Pure Essence the fairy slaying sword, Jade Tripod the fairy entrapping sword, and Heavenly Master of Divine Virtue, the fairy exterminating sword. Without the 4 swords, the trap was immediately broken, and the Grand Master of Heaven fled away alone, his disciples scattering in all directions. Returning to the tent, Heavenly Primogenitor thanked Buddha and Candy. Lao Tzu turned to Jiang Ziya and told him to move forward to take the pass. Finally, all the immortals left with the 4 religious leaders to return to their mountains. Jiang Ziya, after seeing them off, returned to Sishui Pass and reported everything to King Wu. I dared not send anyone to see you, as you were too busy with the operations to break that wicked trap. King Wu said, "Due to the dignity of heaven and your honor, and thanks to the support from the leaders of the 3 religions and their disciples, we have broken the trap and are able to advance on Jiapai Pass." Jiang Ziya replied and asked, "Will you start your journey tomorrow?" Wounded by Lao Tzu's walking stick and by Candy's miraculous club, and having lost his 4 swords, the Grand Master of Heaven was ashamed to meet his disciples again. He went to the Purple Mushroom Cliff to build a terrace. There he erected the 6th Soul Pennant. Its 6 tails inscribed with 6 names: Buddha, Candy, Lao Tzu, Heavenly Primogenitor, King Wu, and Jiang Ziya. He worshipped the pennant day and night and stamped spells on it every day to prepare it for use in the 10,000 immortal trap to be set up later.